Most traders fail, not because they pick the wrong stocks, not because they miss some secret strategy, and definitely not because the market is rigged against them. They failed because of something way simpler, something that sounds almost embarrassing when you say it out loud. They failed because they never understood how the game actually works. And by the end of this video, you will. There is one thing I am going to share at the very end that completely rewired how I see every single trade. And once you hear it, you will never look at a loss the same way again. I have been trading for 10 years. I have blown accounts. I have had incredible weeks followed by absolutely terrible months. I have done the thing where you stare at your screen for 6 hours and still make the exact wrong decision. And somewhere in all of that mess, I found 10 rules that actually change things for me. And when these rules stop living in your head and start living in your gut, something shifts. Let's get into it. Rule 1. Every single moment is brand new. Think about this. You walk into a room and you see the same furniture as yesterday. Same couch, same table, same lamp. But every single person sitting in that room is different. Different mood, different wallet, different reason for being there. That is what the market looks like every single day. The chart might look identical to last Tuesday, same pattern, same setup, but the people pushing that price around right now are completely different. Different banks, different computers, different fears, different goals. The picture looks the same, but the picture never tells the whole story. So when something worked yesterday, that does not mean it will work today. And when something failed yesterday, that does not mean it will fail today. Every moment is brand new, and accepting that is where consistency starts. Rule 2. Your old beliefs are using up space. You have beliefs in your head that feel real but are quietly destroying you. Beliefs like, I can predict this, or this pattern always works. Those beliefs have weight, they feel heavy and true, and your job is to slowly drain the energy out of those old beliefs and pour that energy into these rules instead. This is not about reading a list, it is about repetition until the new belief feels more real than the old one. That takes months, sometimes years, but it happens. Rule 3. Trades have nothing to do with each other. Your brain is going to try to connect your trades like they are chapters in the same story. You win 3 in a row and your brain says you are hot right now. You lose 2 in a row and your brain says something is wrong. Both of those voices are lying to you. Each trade is its own separate coin flip. Winning 3 in a row does not mean the next one is more likely to win. Losing 2 in a row does not mean the next one is cursed. The story your brain is writing is not real, and trading from inside a story instead of trading your actual setup is one of the fastest ways to blow an account. Rule 4. Your analysis is a guess. I know that is hard to hear after you spent 2 hours drawing lines and watching indicators, but your analysis does not predict the future. It tilts the odds. It says, this outcome is more likely than that one, and more likely is still not guaranteed. The traders who lose the most are the ones who fall in love with their analysis. They hold a losing trade too long because they refuse to believe the chart could be wrong. The traders who actually make money stay flexible. They say, I thought this, but the market is telling me something different, and they switch. Do not marry your analysis. It is a tool, not a prophecy.
Rule 5. Your edge only works over time. Imagine you have a jar of 100 marbles. 60 are green, 40 are red. Every green marble is a winning trade. Every red marble is a losing one. Now you reach in blindfolded. Your first marble is red. Your second is also red. Does that mean the jar changed? Your edge only proves itself over dozens and dozens of trades.
Rule 6. Anything can happen. A single tweet once moved an entire market. A single trader with a big enough wallet once sent Bitcoin down 10% in minutes. One announcement, one decision made somewhere in the world that you will never hear about until after it already happened can flip your perfect setup instantly. This is not bad news. This is just how it works. The traders who get destroyed are the ones who said, this one cannot fail. Those are the most dangerous words in trading. Accept before you click that button that anything can happen. That is not fear, that is honesty. Rule 7. Know your cost before you enter. Every trade has a price of admission. That price is your stop loss, the amount you are willing to lose to find out if the trade works. And here's the thing, You have to be genuinely okay with paying that amount before you click, not hoping you don't have to pay it, actually okay. Because the moment you enter a trade secretly hoping you won't lose, you will start making decisions from fear. You will move your stop. You will hold too long. You will watch $50 become $300. If the risk doesn't feel like a small business expense, make the position smaller until it does. Rule 8. Being right is not the goal. This one trips up a lot of smart traders. You can be right about where the market is going and still lose money. You can be completely wrong about direction and still end the day in profit. Right and wrong are ego words. Profitable and unprofitable are the only words that matter. When I let go of needing to be right, my execution got 10 times cleaner. I stopped holding bad trades to avoid admitting I was wrong. I started cutting losses fast because the loss wasn't a failure anymore. It was just information. Rule 9. You can't see what's driving the market. You see price moving up and your brain writes a story about why. Institutions are buying, big money is accumulating, but you can't actually see who is placing orders or why. That big green candle might be someone closing a short, not someone opening a long. The intent behind the order flow is completely invisible. You see the result of decisions, never the decisions themselves. And that invisibility is exactly why certainty is an illusion in this game. Build your strategy around what you can see and make peace with everything you can't. Before I get into the last rule, make sure to hit that subscribe button to support the channel. This last one might be the most important thing I have ever learned about trading. This is the rule that everything else builds toward. When you truly internalize probability, when these 9 rules are living in your gut and not just your brain, something quiet happens. You take a trade and it wins. Okay. You take a trade and it loses. Also okay. Not because you don't care, but because you know both outcomes were always possible, and both outcomes are part of the plan. The traders who reach this place stop fighting the market. They stop fighting themselves. The only thing standing between a solid strategy and consistent profit is usually the trader refusing to get out of their own way. When you can sit in a loss and feel genuinely neutral, when you can sit in a win and feel genuinely neutral, that's when the numbers start doing what they were always supposed to do. These 10 rules are not a checklist you print out and tape to your monitor. They are a way of seeing the market for what it actually is: unpredictable, probabilistic, and completely indifferent to your feelings about it. The faster you stop fighting that reality and start working inside it, the closer you get to the consistency you're after. Drop a comment below with which rule hit hardest for you. I read every single one.